Ring, ring. My name is Jesse Jackson, and Irori is calling. Today, amazing guest. I'll let you introduce yourself, then you have to sell this to me, okay? You have to convince me to buy this. So you introduce yourself, and then you convince me to buy this. Let's go.
Wow. Yeah, I'm Kagira Edmonds. I am a musician, and being a musician means very many things.
We'll get into that.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
So you have to sell this to me, and you have to convince me to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So these are zero Googles. This is he. This way you can see the future. In fact, you can see prophecies.
Ukweli.
Yeah. Unaona hii?
Uh-huh.
Hii unavaa unakuwa mwerevu one time.
Nani amesema mimi si mwerevu?
No, sijasema hivyo. Unakuwa mwerevu even more.
Una double.
Hii unavaa inakutranscribea script very fast.
Speaking of scripts, thank you. Nitafikiria kama nitaibuy. How much?
Ya tuwezi kosana. 3K hivi.
3K yote, si hivi, 3K yote. How have you been, my bro?
Well, I've been okay. Yeah, I think from the last time we were seeing each other, I think tulikuwa in uniform.
That was long ago. I don't want to say when exactly. That was.
Yeah.
How has it been since then? What have you been up to from that time to this particular time?
Well, I think I've just been chasing my dream.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've been chasing my dream. Yeah, and so far, so good.
What is it for you? What is this dream?
So for me, I have been so passionate about music from a very tender age. I remember the first time nilingia studio nilikuwa class 3 bana.
Class 3?
Yes.
That's wowing.
Yeah. So till today, that's what I do.
Can you give us a breakdown for that story? How that first moment in studio happened and how several other instances helped shape today?
Okay. So me, I grew up in Nanyuki. And my first school or institution that I found myself in was a Baptist school. So it's a mission school called MKBC, Mount Kenya Baptist School, Nanyuki. So those people are so serious with mambo ya Mungu, like every day from Monday to Friday. First lesson ilikuwa siari.
Asubuhi mkiamka.
Yes.
Kuna mtu alikuwa ananiambia ati alikuwa anaanguka siari. There's a friend of mine, she's called Marianne. She was telling me alikuwa anaanguka siari na shanga.
Siari ni story too.
For sure.
So sasa those Bible stories, hizo Bible stories za Genesis. So hizo ndo tulikuwa tunafunzwa sana.
From beginning to end.
Yeah. So one time, I think we were revising for exams or something. And then nilikaa tu chini, I think I was drawing something because I really loved to draw. So I was drawing something and then I decided, let me write a song. So where I used to fellowship for church, I used to go with my neighbor. We would go with their kids to church. And there was a certain lady, it was Susan. I loved just how she sang. So akatoa ngoma inaitwa parapanda. Me, I didn't know what parapanda meant, but it sounded just like a very sweet word.
Yeah.
So sasa, my song had 12 verses, guys. So verse 1, story ya Abraham. Verse 2, tunaenda Isaac. Like, we're going with the patriarchs. Even tulifika verse 12. Yes.
Hii ilikuwa uimbe kwa studio sasa when you're...
No. So, in the Baptist school, we used to do presentations as a class. So every Friday after assembly, we'd go to the chapel. And so every class was in charge of a specific Friday. Yeah. So in that in mind, vile nilifika home, I showed my mom, I've written this song. Na nataka sasa unirecord hapo mbele kwa sitting room.
Nikiimba hivi
12
verses.
Yeah. So I think my mom saw it. Akatafuta studio. So I went and sang that song in the studio.
Now this is at class 3 now.
Yes, that was 2012.
That's beautiful. For someone, it's so interesting that your journey starts quite early.
Yeah.
And does it feel like, because it's not every day that everyone stumbles upon a particular dream and then they hook it down and they follow through with it. Did you feel at some point ulikuwa na some pressure? Kukua studio at class 3 is as different as you've been in studio recently.
Yeah.
It's different. So how is it different being in studio at class 3 na kukua studio sai?
So back then, I didn't know anything. I didn't know about key, singing in key, ati singing on beat. Pili nilienda kujibamba. I was so carefree. I just went and sang my heart out. Yeah.
Your 12 verses?
Yes, my 12 verses.
Can you
a producer. Ongeza length ya wimbo bad.
Tuko hapa for long. Can you remember what it was?
Unfortunately.
Mistari zako unaweza zikumbuka?
I can't.
Huwezi kumbuka mistari?
No, but I remember the hook, and then I used to sing it off key.
Uliita parapanda from your teacher?
So me didn't know what parapanda meant. So parapanda means trumpet.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't know what it meant.
Mbona umeniambia? Uko nadhani naweza jua?
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying. Yeah.
So you didn't know parapanda meant trumpet?
Yeah, I didn't know.
You didn't know you were prophesying things. Ukujua una labda unafaa retrace your 12 verses. Labda ulikuwa umeprophesy about the end times.
No.
Unafaa get your...
The song was based on Bible stories that I know. Yeah.
What is your favorite Bible story?
I think Abraham. The story of Abraham.
The story of Abraham.
Yeah.
Father, what is it about Abraham's story that is different for you?
The faith aspect of it. Waiting on God in a season where, how do I say, when you look at the background of Abraham, Abraham was coming from a family of moon worshippers. So you can imagine one day, unamka tu unaambia your family, hey, amkeni manze, kuna shamba tunaenda, nimeonyeshwa. Kuna shamba yenye tumepatiwa na Mungu.
So sahi niambie hawa say, amkeni tuende, kuna shamba mahali nataka tuende to inherit.
Yes.
Out of the blues completely. Yes. And they're supposed to trust me.
And then when you do a historical background of Abraham, Abraham was very wealthy. We are talking of very wealthy.
So out of whatever God was showing him from the blue, yeah?
Yeah.
So he'd just go somewhere and claim something out of the blue.
Yes.
That is how he claimed his wealth.
Yeah.
And I don't know, our generation right now, there's so much talk about how our approach for church and how we feel about church. There's so much discord. Our approach to church, si kama Gen Z, ni different. Is not as similar as to the previous generations, like millennials. Like, you'd know a millennial and they'd say, church is 1, 2, 3. Sunday we have to be in church. But for us, the approach is different.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the gospel yenye imekuwa handed to us is different, or do you feel like ni sisi ndio approach yetu ndo?
So for me, I think with us, what is very different is exposure. Because we are the ones tumeenda shule, we've been so exposed to the internet and all these things.
Yeah.
So you find that we are very critical about things. We don't take things from face value. Simply because Pasia amesema, it is like that. You see? So, unlike previous generations, we are very critical on matters. We want to know why. We want authenticity. It's not just a performative or, tradition that...
For sure.
That we just go to church and, that's it.
For sure. And we were saying a couple of days ago that church has been a foundation for so many people. And have you sung at church?
Yeah.
From the time you were... And I remember even while you were in school, you used to sing in church a lot. So how is that? How is your journey compared to you're particularly a gospel musician, right?
Yes.
So you've kind of sieved yourself from the larger generation. You see, okay, I'll take you back to while the experiences we had at school. We had friends walikuwa naimba a lot of, you see, while you were in high school, the trend then was gengeton.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the trend then, and gengeton was big.
Oh my God.
People were composing verses out of the blue, and we'd have concerts at class. Guys we'd throw a full-on concert. We have a drama on a desk. We have someone humming. we have a vocalist, and then people would literally spend their time. And there's a friend of ours who actually crafted their whole music journey from that circus. So I don't know about you. How different is it for you, and what is your approach for the gospel industry, to be specific, given that now the gospel industry, sorry for lack of a better word, isn't as vibrant as it used to be?
Yeah. So for me, I think I've been a music scholar for a very long time.
Music scholar.
Yes. So when you talk about music as a scholar, you look at music as part of culture.
For sure.
Yeah, arts generally is tulikuwa tunasoma kwa fasihi ni kioo. Sikuwa najua itainisaidia.
Kadhani ni jokes.
Yeah. So, and music stems from your personal experiences and experiences of people around you.
Your environment.
Yes. So for me, with the environment that I have been in is in very religious setups, and also from my personal relationship with God. You see, so I choose to write about my journey in faith. Yeah. So you might find I've met other musicians who talk about societal issues. Yeah. Like politics, diseases, famine, like, yeah.
It's different for everyone.
Yes. And others write about love.
Yeah, for sure. So for you, it's the journey that you found yourself in and the environment that has helped carve your music.
Yeah.
Would it have been different? To say unge grow up, my environment is different. Do you think you would have had a different approach for the whole thing?
I guess, cause like sasa you are class 3. Ningetoa stories wapi. Yeah.
Si unaandika tu kuhusu wale marafiki zako wa Sunday school. Nasema, you used to have friends in Sunday school?
Yeah, I did.
Can you? They say our most profound memories are from that at such an early age. Do you have a striking memory from then?
What?
Like our best memories come from class 3 going back. Do you have one striking memory that you?
Hii yenye nafikiria sana unless nikae chini.
We'll review the whole thing. So I'll give you one. So for me, we used to have Sunday school, a whole Sunday school setup, yeah. So we'd go, and then kila mtu would sit down. Alafu we'd have situations where our Sunday school teacher alikuwa anatuuliza tu randomly, ati mnadhani ni nani na nani hapa wanakatiana? Tukiwa kitambo
Buko show you the Sunday school.
For real, our Sunday school teacher used to be so open. We used to say, mnadhani, because at that time, you see, you said we're exposed. We're exposed to things. We know things, and we are seeing things. Not as you kama sisi tukigrow up tulikuwa tunacheki a lot of film on TV and a lot of diverse things. So we used to try and sometimes want to relive these things in real life. So we used to have these experiences, and then we are asked, sasa tumekaa hapo hivyo, mmekaa kila mtu ametulia, mnaulizwa mnadhani ni nani ndo rafiki. That time they used to brand it traffic, but then it was just trying to get to your minds and get to know whatever associations you guys were having aside from the experiences that you are having at church. So you have an album that is out right now.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us a bit of that before we get into the specifics?
Okay. Let me tell you, I have worked on this album for the longest time. Yes, I have songs that in that album that I wrote in Form 2, in Form 1.
It goes way back, yeah.
Yes. So, but in the production process, I have taken about 3 years. 3
years to come up with the whole thing.
Yes. Now the production aspect, recording.
And putting it out there. So whatever we do at an individual level, we'll call it a process. It does something to us, right?
Yes.
So what was your process like, and how different do you feel like it was for you putting this whole thing together?
Let me tell you, the process was very tough. Very tough.
As it should be.
Yeah. And especially as an artist, if you are not famous or well known and young, heavy on young. You are anaangalia kiatu hivi yako hivi anakudismiss tu.
So umetry to get collabs and
not necessarily collabs. Like for example, I was to do this album live. So
listening party and things like that.
Like a concert and record the album as it is.
Oh, like instead of going to studio, you do it live.
Yes.
Because I felt it was different. I was listening the other day at night. I felt it was different compared to normal music where you'd have the beat and then the musician is jamming to the beat.
Yeah.
There was so much piano and so much keyboards and so much
drums.
guitar and drum.
Yes.
It felt so wholesome because there is that aspect of the traditional approach to music. The traditional approach to music was instruments.
Yes, live performance.
So what was the problem with not having it live?
So, let me just say there was a lot of politics because especially I wanted to
You can mention the politicians.
No, we are not in the business of kuaibisha watu, lakini it's my story anyway.
It's putting them out there so that the next person who comes after you does not have to go through walls to get to.
So where I used to fellowship at the time, I wanted to do it there because they are my church. This is my family, you know. And when
Prophet is never accepted at their own hometown.
I tell you. So so I went through the protocols of the church, and there were so many obstacles that I felt were unnecessary. Yeah, because for me personally, I had no issue paying for the venue. I really did not have any issue paying for the venue.
That is church now.
Yeah. So I went through my youth pastor who referred me to the admin. And when I got to the admin, I had written a very beautiful proposal with graphics, with exactly what I wanted, what I needed. And so what I had not figured out was the budget. So I was approaching them so that they give me a quotation that we are hiring the venue and the sound at this amount of money. So the admin and Alita, the sound guy, and then
ulikuwa unataka kutumia everything from church.
Yes.
The instruments.
Let me give you a funny story. So nilikuwa hapo, we were talking with her. And then nimemwandikia proposal. It's a live.
Uni admin.
Yes.
Where admin mahali huko.
A live set. It's clearly indicated. Kanaambia, me I thought you were coming to shoot a TikTok video. I'm like, yo.
Wewe umekaa chini 5 years tunafikiria album, admin anataka ushoot TikTok.
Baze,
anaitwa Belinda huyu admin. Belinda ndio anakaa watu wa kupatia watu ad. Anaitwa Belinda, si ndio?
Tumuite tu hivyo. So Person X. So aliniambia, I thought you're coming with a Bluetooth speaker nini. Sasa hapo
shoot content ya TikTok kama umesoma.
So hapo kwanza nikaka hapana. I think kuna kitu anajaribu kuniambia lakini haniambii. So she calls the sound person in charge of the sound equipment in church. And he's like, in fact, sisi we don't hire out our equipment juu sasa mkichoma.
Nani atalipia?
Yeah, so there were very many excuses, yet people were doing it in church. It's not like I'm the first person.
It's not you the first one going to shoot your something live in church.
Yes.
And putting it out there.
Because I thought I will just come, you give me the quotation, and as an institution, yes, and as an institution, you have people who are trained to handle this equipment. It's not like I'm shipping a whole team. You get?
Or you're not getting people to come and work the equipment. They have people to do that.
Yes, because now you hire it as a package.
So you'll just be doing the singing.
Yes.
And you just need someone to handle your sound and your mixing and mastering.
Yeah, just to cut the whole story short, there was so much politics. The admin now told me, go and talk to the people handling the videography and the sound, and I will not talk to you until you guys agree. So likaenda uko, wakanizungusha. 3 weeks. CV just read in between the lines. Yeah. So ikafika point my own pastor told me don't do it here.
And you've said you've been in this church for how long?
So at the time I was there for 2 years. Since I joined campus.
And you've been as active as you were from back then, because
I was
I know you for not being the person who would just sit in the audience and watch. Where's the audience? You'd want to be out there, and which is a good thing. It's a calling, so it's okay for you to want to bless others or give out to others what God has gifted you with. So unaona kwa nini Gen Z wengi wana church.
And then you see, like that case, it was, I feel, where we have reached as a church. And so after that whole incident, I just sat down and realized I will not grow in this place. Because there is already a ceiling, simply because maybe you are young or you're not well known. Ushawekewa. And these are people that you call family. You get? So I was like, apana. So I went back to prayer, and that led to a transition. So where I landed was the complete opposite.
The messiest mess.
Oh my God. It was not a mess. It was a beautiful place.
Now things have turned around.
Yes. Because me, naambiwa tu nipatie date, I will provide everything.
And it felt like it's not real.
Exactly. I was like, kwanza nipata tu culture shock. You mean?
How good is this?
So my point is, I feel as a church, especially very big churches, we have come to manage church as organization.
It's more of a business than...
Yes. See, like for me, I had no issue paying, but how I was treated, it's very transactional. You get? So if I see there is no value you give me as an institution, I will not let you grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're looking at what can we gain in return or from you. What are we getting? Yeah, and unfortunately, very many churches are like that, and people end up getting hurt. Because for me, when I was serving, it's not like they were paying me. I was using my resources, my time to serve.
But it's not like you're crying today. The important thing is your album is out.
Yes.
And so what inspired the name of this album? Broken Hearts.
Oh my God.
That is the name of the album, right?
Yes.
What inspired this name?
Sasa, unajua mimi nilikuwa national school.
Yeah, for sure.
So
flex kabisa.
KCSE results zikitoka. My lord. Niliaseres hiyo kitu several times. I'm like, I cannot believe these are my marks. This can only be God. Sasa hizo nimeanguka. Like umeanguka, ukaona hai make sense, ukasema tu ni Mungu.
Like uko disappointed, lakini it's a miraculous disappointment.
Yes, because I was like, there was something deep down in my heart telling me this grade was very intentional so that you don't veer off. Because my mom was not okay with me doing music at a campus level or a degree level. So I had already told her in Form 3, me, I'll do music. I don't see myself as an engineer or
a doctor.
I think if I had gotten a better grade than that, I wouldn't be doing music.
You'd have done something else, and you wouldn't have gone after your dream.
And funny enough, I never revised my courses. I got my dream university with that grade.
With the course you wanted.
Yes. So, I never revised. It was direct. And
how different is it for someone who takes that kind of approach, studying music and practicing, compared to just... You see, there are two levels of musicians. There is a musician who would just wake up and put together verses, and they'd transition progressively from that and become something else. So how different is it from you now, who is actually doing it at a professional level and as a hobby?
Number one, knowledge. The knowledge that I have, I can apply it in very many ways, that it gives me a very big leeway of expression.
For sure.
You see, because I understand music theory, I understand how music business runs. So some people learn on the job, which makes the process...
lengthens the whole process.
Yes, and even harder. Number two, music is very philosophical.
For sure.
Yes, I went to school. I'm learning so much about African music, learning so much about origins of different genres worldwide. And I can tell you that has really helped in how I write, how I look at things as a musician. You get? Because I feel people who have not sat down and understood what music is have put things in black and white. You see? sijui kama umeiona a gospel musician being attacked for commenting on social issues simply because ametoa tu wimbo yenye si gospel.
Wilpon.
You get, like, you see, like, us gospel musicians, tumekuwa in such a box that we cannot write a song.
Like, si mko na feelings. So Willy Paul akiandika love song, shida iko happy. Si ako na feelings. What do you mean? See, that is what you mean.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not really kesi ya Willy Paul.
Hiyo ni personal, hiyo ni yangu. Hiyo ni mimi na kupatia example.
So, for example, I really love Alice Kimanzi. Alice Kimanzi has written a very beautiful... Actually, there's a song that is called... Inaitwaje?
She's the one who sang Ujulikane,
yes,
right?
Yes.
The one who used to sing in high school so heartful.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So, she wrote a certain wedding song. Imenipotea.
Wambie.
It's called Wambie. Wambie. And she says she wrote that song to a couple that was doing a wedding.
And a wedding is a biblical thing.
Yes. It's a biblical institution. But sasa, it was not a worship song. This is a song as a gift to this couple, so that maybe we'll go down the line with that song.
For sure.
And now when it was available for the public, it went like viral, like very fast. It has a million streams on Spotify right now.
So it's leaning so much towards controversy compared to, because they're like, you're going out of the box that we put you inside.
Yeah, you see, so like now people start looking at you with a different angle. Maybe no.
Which artist outside of your genre do you listen to?
Wow, I listen to Manasseh Shalom. He's a, how do I say? He's a pop musician.
Yeah. He's written Safe.
Yes, you know him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know Manasseh.
Yes, Manasseh Shalom. Like, I just love how he brings African tunes into pop music. Like, he can make cucumbers sound so good.
Yeah.
Like, so...
Inafanya... And ulikuwa umesema before, music is culture.
Yeah,
and
it's from
if you look at the ones that are thriving right now, if you look at the best examples of people who are doing it good right now, it's people who are rooted and grounded in culture. Take, for example, Costa. He's rooted and grounded in culture. So when he expresses whatever he understands best to whatever level, it gets traction. So it makes things easy.
Yeah, or you look at Giuliani.
Yeah, Giuliani,
Yes. Giuliani is a gospel musician, but he's written about corruption like so many times.
Which is diversity. There's diversity.
Yes.
This whole approach.
So, yeah, so I feel as gospel musicians, the society has put us in a
box.
You cannot pass here.
Ufai kutoka hapa. So mtu akiimba anything that is not widely accepted to what they were tied to, it becomes a controversy.
Or their brand.
And where are, I don't know if you'd know this, but since you're in the industry, it'd be something it'd be information that you're privy to. Where are our biggest gospel musicians? Kina Masimasika, kina Gloria Muliro. Where, in as much as of course we have you guys who are upcoming, I would say, because we'd expect that we have them to pave the way for you as an upcoming, and to make specific things easy for you, so that as you ply through, your journey is easier. So do you think there's a role they play right now, or you are just winging it on your own?
So for me, I feel there's a role they play. So you find people like Miss Njeri, Gloria Muliro. There's a lady anaitwa Joanna Wairimu. Actually, many of them relocated to the US.
Yeah.
You see, so they are not as active as they were. But you might find maybe their season...
Lakini hata Victor si alienda US, lakini bado anatusumbua huko TikTok sana. Bado anasema,
Reverend.
I would like to tell you guys. Bado anasema hivyo na ako US. So
yeah,
I don't
it's okay, but
boundaries are not a barrier.
Yeah.
For people to put things out. And
I'm bringing that out because you find that seasons change.
Yeah, for sure.
You find maybe an artist's season has transitioned. Maybe now from being a worship leader, they have now transitioned now into ministry, like being a pastor. So they go silent. So most people assume they no longer do music, but in the background they are running so many things. You see. people like Masi Masika still there. You see, so they do have a role. Like for me, my musical mentor is called Koi. So Koi is the one who sang Nani kama yawe shini na shini. Yes.
Tulikuwa tunaimba hiyo wimbo kwa Sunday school.
Yeah. So that lady is my personal friend. And let me tell you, I'm a guide for the last 4 years.
Big shout out to Koi, manze.
Yeah, manze. Amenionyesha mitego zote. Like this is a lady who is not afraid of rebuking me. Nasema usifanye hiyo.
Good. I think it's good for us to be in that situation where we have people who are rebuking us.
Yes.
Yeah? We need to, lazima tukue na wase, not in a bad way per se, but lazima tukue na watu wenye wana to guide na wana to lead. It makes things easy for us. Because you can imagine if that was not there.
Yeah, but they would be so lost.
Yeah, because in as much as uko na your foundation in ministry and spirituality, there are so many other things that you'd need to work out in terms of going through your journey.
Yeah.
Right? So you've had setbacks, right? And would you say would you if you'd give an examples maybe, and how important that has been, whatever setback it has been, to your journey?
So initially, now that I'd given the story of how it was hard for me to get a venue, yeah, I think being taken seriously at first. You see, when you don't have a product you can show someone, but then you utengeneza vikombe ndo hii.
Nani easy color.
You see, it's very hard for someone to believe you that you can actually make a cup.
For sure.
You see, so musicians face that a lot. Like for me, starting at this age. Yes, because unaambia mse nataka kufanya live production, anaona mtoto atawezana na hiyo pressure.
Wanakubelittle, wanaona your dream is too big.
Yes, you're overambitious.
There's things you can achieve and there's things you can't.
Yadi washakuwekea too silly, you know. But that helped me. Because it made me remain grounded on that word that you have to do this thing. So you are not listening to what is happening around. That hardship inakufanya una zero down to whatever you want to do. You're not comparing yourself to other people's journeys. You see? So yeah, that's the first setback I faced. The second setback was looking for a team that you have the same vision with. You see, when you're starting, you don't have capital like to pay musicians, to pay for the recording, to pay SG for what. You leverage relationships. So these people have to be so much in sync with you.
And understand whatever you're doing.
Yes, and you have to treat them well. You have to be humble. When ukiwakosea lazima unyenyekee.
For sure.
You see, just because you are doing a project and you are the leader does not mean you are above them.
For sure.
You see, so that really shaped my character in understanding that as much as these people are helping me or they are part of this project and maybe they have subordinate roles, it does not mean that outside there I am bigger than them.
For sure.
You see, hiyo kitu iko, let me tell you, the music industry is very brutal. It does not matter if it is gospel or secular. In fact, gospel is more brutal. Yeah.
Now that nyinyi mnaekwa kwa box. Unajua nyinyi mnaekwa kwa box. Secular unajua at least wanaweza imba kuhusu hizo vitu wanaimbanga. Na hakuna kitu wataambiwa. Nyinyi mkijaribu tu kutaja anything that is so you can't mention anything that is not inside this box that you have been put inside.
Yeah, or let me say, you know, in the gospel world, professionalism is often overlooked. So you find that, unaona kama mimi, how I was able to do this album, I leveraged relationships from friends. Because enyewe kusema tu kweli, I didn't have the financial capacity to do all that. But now there are people who have the financial capacity, but they still don't want to pay
to have things done.
Not that ni lazima, but you impose that because it's ministry, don't expect to be paid. So you end up taking advantage of very many people.
Yeah, utabarikiwa.
And then you don't care of their well-being, if they are eating, how they are going home. Tako inisha 10 p.m. na ujali vile wanaenda home. Jue sasa ni star. You don't care. You treat them the way you want. I have had so many of my friends tell me stories and I'm like, uni ule mmoja. Like, mpaka ikafika point I decided to stay away from celebrities. Because sometimes you might hear something and then their ministry stops blessing you anymore. And this is someone you've been listening to for the last 15 years.
Yeah, so
Because simply because of how they were treated by this person. Maybe you say mwenye amefanywa vibaya is a close friend. Yeah, so
uamini anaweza kuwa ametreat mtu hivyo.
Yani, there's something that I really love to say. Anointing does not equate character. It does not. Let me tell you, you can be the worst person, but your ministry is like this. Inaenda juu.
Unasema sila unaweza kuwa the best in whatever you do, spiritually you're gifted, but when it boils down to the nitty-gritties,
It's terrible.
A whole different person.
Yeah.
So you had the More Than a Song experience. It was a live concert, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you take us through that? And I saw the snippets on your IG, and you're such a good performer live, and
Thank you.
You have a golden voice. I was listening to your music with some of my friends, and they were saying, we've not heard of that before. So it sounded different. So can you take us through your live performance and how that experience was that for you? That was last week, isn't Previous week.
Yeah,
last 2 weeks.
First, yeah.
First week of March.
Yes. Wow. That I think that event was so nice. I was just telling stories of how the process has been.
To pay one story.
From
the experience.
So I was giving my story of how. So I serve with Afleo. Afleo is such a wonderful, wonderful space. So Afleo means Africa, let's worship. So it was started here in Kenya, but has grown internationally to 3 different nations. So Kenya, TZ, Rwanda. Yes. And then in Kenya, we have multiple chapters. So I serve with the Nairobi chapter. So we hold worship nights. So annually. So kama Nairobi kutakuwa
hii episode kia utawapelekea wa watch pia after session zenu za worship watch pia.
Yeah. So now for me joining this team has been a dream, I think, since high school. So I was giving the story of how I failed so many auditions.
Music auditions?
Yes.
Mimi nishaenda auditions ya acting maze, but ndakwambia story.
So sasa nilienda hizi auditions kama niko I don't know much. Nilikuwa nimetravel from Nanyuki to Nairobi for this auditions.
Cross borders.
Yes, nikafika huko. I got so intimidated. I didn't know how to sing in harmony, sijui sopranos, sijui alt, sijui. Nafika hapo naambiwa invert. So inverting means you change voices. If I was singing tenor, I go to alto. But sasa sijui. I'm just fresh from high school. Like sijui. So I was giving the examples of how many times I failed to the point that I stopped fearing failure. Because I failed so many times. Like nilikuwa nienda tu audition juu. Si nilienda last year. Si niende tu tena.
What is the worst that could happen?
I have seen the worst. I have frozen on stage. I have cried on stage.
I know someone who is a big perpetrator of the worst. Anasema, what is the worst they can do? The worst they can say is no. Ananiambia, takuwa story. Big perpetrators of the worst. You're number 2 now. I know one person, you're number 2.
Bro, maybe I have failed epically. Ile imeandikwa hapa, by the way.
Failure in black.
Umeanguka mwanguka umende miguju. Bro. But sasa, ilifika point, there was a book I was reading in it. If you want to walk on water, you have to get out of the boat.
Jesus mwenyewe. Tuambie.
You know, alikuwa anasema, like, we fear failure so much to the extent that we fear going out and just being ourselves. Yeah, you see?
Good take.
Like, for me, I would rather risk and fail rather than not try at all. Nikaange tu na ningefanya hivi. So like you look 20 years back and I wish I would have tried this.
Yeah, for sure. Because time has elapsed, but you're in the same place. Unadhani ungeenda auditions za Jajian Mbugo? Unajua Jajian Mbugo? Unadhani ungeenda auditions za Jajian Mbugo unge...
I was young, but maybe.
You think you would have... Because you've said the industry is brutal.
Yes.
Still is and still was then. With platforms like Taska Project Fame. ilikuwa is it the same now or are auditions similar now ama at least sasa hivi tu ni easy?
So
unaweza ambiwa tu invert, utaambiwa you are not a singer, get out of stage.
Okay, with auditions and processes that are on TV, it's showbiz, so they make it as dramatic as possible. So hizo comments, I just feel it's for showbiz. But on ground, we have people who are so mean. Like there are people who are just mean. They're just mean. But I have encountered people who have helped me from the audition, the panel. Nimeenda hapo, nimeanguka audition, ananiambia rudi next year but work on this and this. And I've turned out to be very good friends, even though they did not give me the part. You see?
So it proved to be a blessing in disguise at the end of the day.
Yes, actually it gave me exposure. Because at least sasa nilienda home nikijua kuinvert inamaanisha hivi. So the next time I go back,
naenda kuinvert
vibaya sana.
Yeah, anyway, I'd like for you to now tell us as a final remark, let's talk about audience and your shows and now translating this whole thing. You see, because at the end of the day, in as much as we are chasing dreams, it has to translate to something.
Yes.
And it has to translate to some amount of, say, success or whatever portion of leverage that you'd think would make sense for you. So what is that for you?
So for me, I'm on a mission just to tell young people. Yeah, music productions and writing of songs are not for celebrities. People like me and you can do great things.
For sure.
You see? So for me, I am just a model. I want to be a model of any young person who is trying out. Yeah? I share my story so vulnerably so that mtu asione ati I dropped from heaven. I'm this perfect.
It's not a one night success.
Yes.
It took several nights.
Yes. And I would really want young people, and this is something that I used to say so much in high school, that I would want us to live from a purpose perspective rather than problem-solving perspective. You see, right now, there's someone in high school who is studying so hard to be a doctor simply because it has a good pay. There's someone, maybe in US, in the UK, who is becoming a doctor to make sure he's the one to give the vaccine to malaria. So when you put
that is purpose.
Yes, when you put these people together, how
Two
they
different
think,
things.
how they see life is totally different.
Totally different.
Yes, we have been conditioned to chase money. We've been conditioned to chase power, success. But
with our dreams.
Yes. But I want us to see and look at life from a level of impact. That I don't have to be a millionaire to be successful. My success is not measured by how big my bank account looks like, but by how many lives I've touched. Money is very important. By the way, coin life. If it's not money, hatungekuwa hapa. In fact, hii podcast without money haiwezi fanyika.
For sure.
Yeah, but from my faith, I believe that as long as you're in God's purpose, He always
everything
provides.
Else will be aligned.
Yeah, like my project, I looked back and I saw I have used over almost 100,000. Na mimi mwenyewe sijaiona hiyo pesa anywhere.
Venye itarudi umeachia God.
As I am seated here, sina hata deni ya kuliza.
Wewe si sharp boy. Wewe si sharp boy.
Tunafika hapo.
Sharp boys, unajua sharp boys? Sharp boys unajua?
Siwajui.
Nitakwambia about sharp boys. Behind the scenes wanaweza kukujia. I'll tell you about sharp boys.
Yeah.
Wanaweza makatel zao wanaweza hiyo 100k wewe unasema 100k wanajua venye wanakusort.
Pocket change shika.
Unataka 100k. Sharp boys wanakusort. Last thing. What would you tell your 10-year-old self today? One word.
Wow. God can be trusted. I know that's a statement, but
100%. God can be trusted. Umesikia? Kila mtu amesikia. Anyway, this episode is proudly sponsored by our venue, Mint Clean Studios, Mezzanine 2, Hazina Trade Center. Wonderful place. So if you're celebrating your 2nd year anniversary there at home with your beautiful Chile, you can come here. And you also said you'd come here and shoot, yeah? So bring your friends here. Let's have everyone here. They take really nice photos by there. Yeah. So my name is Jesse Jackson. That has been our time. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Muwachi kitu kila mahali, mtumie mabeshte wenu wote, mtumie anti yako, kila mtu watch hii episode. Sawa, na msikize wimbo ya album ya Kagira, Broken Hearts, latest album. Irori,
link on description.